Well, folks, we'd like to welcome you back to the Tony Robles Predator Pro-Am Tour. I'm Upstate Al with AZB TV. I'm going to be joined in the booth by Thomas Rice, the young gun, and Steve Kurtz, the legendary Steve Kurtz, out here on Long Island. Possibly, if he comes back into the booth. Before we get started under the radar, so to say, with, of course, the names on the scoreboard those guys in that truck are on. Got too many things to do and not enough time to do it. It's going to be Arturo Reyes getting 3, and we're going to go to 8, and he's going to be playing Greg Antonakos. But before we get underway, we'd like to thank some of our sponsors. Of course, Universe Clothing, universeclothing.com. We're going to go through them quick. Joe DeVito, Realtor, the whole family, the DeVitoTeam.com. Delta 13, NYC Grind, Master Chalk, Poisoned by Predator, Billiards Digest, azbilliards.com, the Kings of Vapor, also the Kings of Billiards out in Akron, Ohio, the Tap League, the best amateur league in North America. Of course, Simona's Cloth, the best cloth you can buy, along with the best balls, Aramith balls, whose banners you'll see in the background. Gotham City Technologies, the IT guy to go to. If you want to get involved in any kind of league, make sure to visit NAPL. That's PlayNAPL.com. It's the National Amateur Pool League. If you want to play 8-ball, 9-ball, 10-ball, or 14.1. Big shout out to Diana Hoppy, who has graciously donated 4 DVDs. The newest one's out, The Road Scholars 2, the final chapter, and she's giving them away to people in the chat, along with Ron Mason also giving away a hoodie and a shirt and just about any apparel that you can pick on his website. And we want to remind you, we'll be up in Providence, Rhode Island next weekend for this event right here, AZB TV and NYC Grind, moving right into Snookers. And there you have the phone number for Diana Hoppy, 843-838-7770, or just go to dianahoppy.com and you can purchase them right now. They're available. Go over there and support Diana. Also, AZB TV and NYC Grind will be moving into Clifton Billiards, and that'll be April, right there, April 11th through the 12th. We're going to be bringing you the second annual New Jersey State One Pocket Championship right there, thanks to Vinny and the whole crew out there in Clifton Billiards. And let's send these guys out on their way. And they're good to go as they get the signal. 3 games on 8. Arturo Reyes versus Greg Antonakos. And we do now officially have the young gun, Thomas Rice. And we're also going to be joined by Alex Bobachov. I can't pronounce his name.
Scratched on the break.
But we will get him on headset as soon as he can get wired up. Scratch on the break, Tommy.
Yep. And the level of play Greg Antonakos has, you don't want to do that.
Welcome aboard, Alex. Alex
Barukovich.
That's the way you say it. Welcome aboard.
Yeah, the usual confusion when I walk into the room, right?
Say that one more time.
Which one?
The last name.
Barukovich.
Barukovich. As many years as I know Alex, I still can't pronounce it, so don't feel bad, Iggy. All right, Greg Antonakos given 3 games on the wire. This is a tough game for Greg. This is far from a gimme.
He got a little straight on the 5 ball. Might want to play the 6 in the right-hand corner.
He can tuck it back and play it in the corner, just like you said. Just a couple inches. You don't have to go back too far. But you got to make that orange crush.
He pounded that shot.
He tried something funny.
Tried something funny?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
He tried much harder than he needed.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that'll spit the ball right out of the drawers. That's without a doubt.
Unless he tried to just pound off the rail and play the 6 in the left-hand corner. And
he tried to play it in that upper right-hand corner there. But you know, sometimes when you put that English on that ball and pound it like that,
throws it off.
Yeah, it throws it and it hits the point, and there's the evidence. But you know what? This is no gimme of a bank. I don't know if Arturo's going to go for it. I like playing the safe if I'm him and try to duck the cue ball behind the 7. But it's a nice bank to go for.
He's
going.
playing safe.
He's going the other way.
Yeah, that's the way to do it.
Yeah, but
Hit it thin, leave the
where do you hide the rock? Ooh.
right there.
Behind the 8 and the
Wow,
6.
he hit it.
This is where you do it.
That wasn't thin. That was ultra thin. 4 blades.
It was a
This
good
is-
shot.
This is good.
That's great.
That's my favorite shot. I saw it first when Ginky used to do this so precise.
Oh, wow. And he got did he
He
get
was-
safe out of it?
No, he's got the 5 shot.
Ginky could do that shot
Amazing.
table lengths
Yeah, amazing.
and come back.
It's nice to have young eyes. God rest his soul.
Yeah.
So this is a good way for Arturo to start off. He's up 3-0. Got a clear shot on the 5.
If he just spins it, not try to power it, so
I think he's looking at going rail first on the ball.
ball first.
Well, it looks like the boss is back and she's taking Tommy out of the box.
He's out the box.
Come on. Well, thanks, Tom, for sitting in for a little while. Tommy's got to finish his lunch, and he might be back later on.
I'll be back.
I'll be back.
Thanks for the warning.
Okay, so Snooker's coming back, and Snooker's going to be sitting in with myself and Alex Bogatroff.
I love you all.
I love you, too.
All right, I'm back, baby.
So I'm down at Super Billiards Expo. I fall asleep in my car because I was up all night, and Jameson New and I was working with Jameson New in one of the Jameson New's booth down there at Super Billiards Expo. I know I only got about an hour's sleep, and then I got to get back up because the action down there was just tremendous. So instead of going to the hotel, I slept in my front seat, and I get woken up by Steve the Russian pounding on the window. You all right? You all right? And I said, yeah, Stevie, I'm all right. Thanks for checking on me. It was nice, so warm in the car. And I look in the mirror after sleeping for about an hour, and I look like I slept for about 3 years and never washed my hair and my face.
Oh my goodness.
I look cruddy. First person I bump into was Alex. I said, Alex, where are you staying? He said, right here at the hotel. I said, I need a shower real quick. I just want to shower up, change my clothes, and come right back. He said, no problem, Al, no problem. I thought he was staying by himself, or maybe with another player that's already at SBE. I walk in, he's got 3 pool players there.
They're all sleeping on the floor.
They're almost one's awake, the other 2 are sleeping. Alex, what a sport. Thank you, Alex.
You're welcome. I thought that Steve the Russian thought that you locked yourself in the car and couldn't get out.
I saw that. Where did I see that? In one of the shows where a young man was in plastic handcuffs in the back of a patrol car, and he was asking people to let him out.
Oh my goodness. Someone's asking if Greg Antonakos gave up games. Yes, he did.
Yeah, 3
It's
games.
3 games on 8 this time. Normally, most of the sets are. I mean, yeah, most of the sets are races to 7, but it's a modified set here. 3 games on 8.
Too strong.
He hit that too. I mean, he put it nicely on the rail. It just.
Now, just bringing everybody up to date that this is not the Open Pro event.
Oh no, this
This
is
is the amateur event, and that's
amateur
why there's a handicap.
Right.
And then we're playing 9-ball now instead of 10-ball.
right. And Greg says, touche, I can play that shot too.
Beautiful shot.
Absolutely. I think they've been watching me do it.
Well, we know who you are. The princess of pool.
No, not Princess of Pool. Yesterday, I know. And he tried to do it again this time.
No.
It did not work out for him. Great. Antonakos welcomes that ball in hand with the 3-game deficit at the moment.
First game is always slower.
Well, it's
They're testing each other out.
yeah, the jitters and such.
You know, Alex doesn't say much, but when he says something, you feel the meaning behind it. Like when he just said to Snooki a couple of seconds ago, we know who you are.
And now everyone at home knows.
All right, Greg Antonakos puts one on the board. Still trails by 2 with that spot by a score of 3-1.
Both of these guys had a really nice tournament so far, and they're very meticulous about their shots. Both of them, they play very well. Like I said, they've had a really decent tournament the last 2 days, and playing well. Beautiful break. Nice shot on the 1. Smart shot. Arturo lately has really picked up on his kicking. We were discussing a new system that he's been using, and he's quite happy with it. He says he feels that he may have gone up maybe a ball after that.
A ball? That's pretty strong.
That's what he said.
Wow.
So that's very important. All aspects of the game, obviously, it's very important.
Yeah,
so
but a ball is large.
a ball is large.
Wow.
But that with he's been practicing quite a bit, so I'm happy to say that
Is it
it's
a
working out.
3-cushion system?
That's, you know.
I'm not sure. Well, he used to play 3-cushion before.
I
As a matter of
remember at
fact,
Masters.
well, yeah, when I met him, he was playing 3-cushion. He didn't play a lot of
I just
pocket
got
pool.
it, Iggy.
He didn't play much pocket pool at the time, but over the years he's picked up on the game.
Take a look before you eat.
Look at
I'm not
that.
even opening that up, Iggy. I know you, man. I'm not going to open it up.
It was a great shot.
Mm-hmm.
Let me finish eating first.
I know
You
that
did
was a
on
tough kick
purpose.
too. You know, that wasn't an easy kick.
No. Few people in the room that can do it.
Nice.
Greg is a good player.
Mm-hmm.
Like his game. Very careful, very meticulous.
Mm-hmm. You're so gentle with your words.
I appreciate a good game. What can I say? I like watching you play.
Do you?
Yeah, you have a nice stroke.
Thank you.
You don't have a girl stroke. You have a guy stroke.
Yeah, I've heard that before. It's nothing really girly about my game, I
What's the
guess.
difference between a guy's stroke and a girl's stroke?
Well, let's have him evaluate that for us.
Okay, the first thing is you have a really nice follow through. Also, you move the cue ball where girls hit the ball mostly flat, which means that once they make the ball, it doesn't move that much unless it has a natural angle. You create angles because you can spin the ball and you know the cushions, and this is quite a difference. And you don't try to play carefully. You play carefully, but you also go for shots that usually in women's pool the players don't go for. They play extra safe, like a nice soft save, natural
No. The
angles.
question was, what's the difference between a girl's stroke?
Well,
And a
actually,
man stroke.
actually, the question was what was the difference
He
between
said you had a
wait,
girl stroke, but he says
no,
you don't
I
have a
don't-
girl
I don't
stroke.
have
He
a
says
stroke.
you have a man stroke.
right. But I understand what he's
I
trying
beg to
to
differ.
say.
Like a good male player does that. It moves the cue ball, not afraid to go for shots.
Karen Corr, Allison Fisher. Can we go on with Jasmine Ocean? Can we go on with Jeanette
Not the
Lee?
same. Not the same.
Not the same.
No, they are fantastic players, but they get there in a totally different way. If you look at the game and look at the stroke, it's a different stroke. Their stroke
Are we strictly
is
talking
very
professionals
controlled.
or amateurs? We
No,
started
I'm
out
gonna-
with amateurs.
No,
Well,
okay, but he's not. Okay,
I'm-
let me
I'm
just
looking
clear
at
it up
the
because I know
overall.
what he's trying to say. What he's trying to say is that my style of play is more aggressive and more.
That's a horse of a different color, says the guy behind the curtain.
Says the horse.
The horse, of course.
If we're not talking professional and we're talking amateur strokes, you know something, there's just as many guys out there and as girls that have the same exact strokes. They're amateurs. Alex, do women belong in the kitchen?
Oh
No.
no, you
Oh, okay.
did not
All right.
just say
I didn't
that.
want to go there, but I had to go there with Alex.
Women
You gotta check him
belong
out.
on the pool table.
Alex is playing devil.
On the pool table.
Alex is
Oh,
playing
yeah,
devil's
yeah,
advocate
yeah.
right now.
He
That's
really
what he's
is.
doing.
Listen,
Okay.
you're wearing a hat, so those horns are starting to creep out a little bit, though. Yeah, look, he's patting his hat down. No, I totally get what you're trying to say, Alex, and I
Yeah.
really do appreciate that you acknowledge that, and you're quite observant as to my style of play as opposed to the vast majority of the women players out there. Maybe not all of them, but yeah, the
Well-
vast majority of them.
I think everything goes to where you learn to play, who were around you when you learned to play, and I think you learn to play around guys.
Oh yeah, absolutely. All the
And-
hustlers, actually.
Yeah, and they were good, very good players with. Like,
Now, I
Tremendous
would agree
strokes.
to you to a certain point that, yeah, it is a male-dominant sport more than women at that time back in the day, yes.
Don't
Yeah,
age
it's
me.
fact. No, it was a fact. Years ago, it was. it
she's
was-
only 27.
Yeah, right.
No, I'm talking years ago. But, get a young lady like Jeannie Beluga out there. And,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tell her she doesn't move the cue ball around.
Wait, wait,
Yeah,
wait,
but
wait.
we're not.
Hold
He's
on,
talking
hold
about
on.
now. He's not talking about back then.
She's another
It
example.
was harder back then.
She's another
Aggressive player, you wanna say.
another with a great stroke.
Yeah.
Guys were afraid to play her
Yes.
at that time.
Yeah.
Well, let me tell
Right.
you something, because when I was coming up, those were the women that were out there doing that.
Exactly.
So I will age myself for that. Jeannie Belugas and Mary Kinniston and Belinda and all
Right.
these are the women, Laurie John and all them. Those
Right.
were the women that were out
They
there
had
now.
big
Yes,
strokes.
Laurie
yes,
John
yes.
was in that era also.
they
And-
didn't have this Pokey.
Now Laurie John Hansen.
Well,
Hokey
the
pokey.
equipment now, the cloths the way they are. I mean, you back then you were playing.
You had to move the ball.
You
really.
had to move you had to have a stroke to draw that ball full table lengths and things like that. So when I
Absolutely.
So
developed
did you
my
catch that period?
I did catch that period.
Well, that's a good thing.
That's a great thing. That's what
Because
makes me
that's-
me.
That's what put you in the aggressive mode.
Well, you know, I have to put something between you two.
Yes, please.
The two owls are always fighting.
You know, I'm the one in between here, actually. So I
No,
need to
no,
put
this is good.
something extra in between us.
This is good. This is good. I love it.
All right. In any case, it's now 4-1 as Arturo Reyes puts another beat up. We're chit-chatting over here, and Alex is actually playing devil's advocate.
We're talking, and the players are playing.
It's a beautiful thing.
It's a beautiful
Arturo,
thing.
4
And it's a
to
good thing
1.
we're in this room so they couldn't hear us.
We are actually, people don't realize, but this is one of the best streaming pool broadcasts available out there. Believe me.
Wow, that's pretty strong. Thanks.
Yes, I always appreciate what Al is doing. He is also the cleanest broadcast. I love the production, and
Wow, thank
it
you, Alex.
probably has to do with all the work and all the equipment that Al, put together, and he sets up quickly, travels a lot. He's
My man,
my
Alex.
man. He's my
Man, Alex. Thank you, Alex. All right,
If
now
I could send you to Philippines to manage that production, because that is a great tournament over there. and
Unbelievable.
Well,
I love that
You
tournament.
could send me.
I love
Yeah,
that
You know,
tournament.
I always wanted to go anyway, but not. Yeah,
We'll listen. Next time we'll rent a bus and we'll drive there.
Really?
And I don't want to
You
knock.
drive.
I don't
Okay.
want to knock the tournament at all or the production, but I think they could have did better. But the service,
I think their internet is
Yes.
not as fast as
because of the island, but you know, there is a thing such as satellite, and with the money that's been invested into the tournament like that, for a couple of $1,000s more, you can put a satellite out there and stream it in like
a kite.
television. You know, yeah, you stream it right into Russia.
You can put a kite that transmits Wi-Fi.
Yeah, exactly. Go back to the
I just
Mr. Edison's days.
I just read an article on AZ Billiards about that unfortunate situation,
Yep.
and I'm a little worried that
I don't want to lose
So-
Manny, and you're probably worried that we're going to lose Manny too, right?
yeah,
hope not.
because if this doesn't get fixed real quick, what's gonna happen is that they're gonna lose the
The ranking.
no it's that
Credibility.
relationship with they purchase basically the tournament rights, and from what is it, WPA or
Yes.
right?
Yes.
But I don't know on what conditions they purchased it, and if they gonna do something funny with it.
Oh,
maybe,
yeah.
maybe they're gonna get it
They pulled the
taken
plug.
away.
Pull the plug. You're right.
And I really like the whole idea of having that tournament.
I
over
think
there.
everything's going to be okay and straightened out.
Yeah.
Manny Pacquiao's a man that stands on his own 2 feet. Just so happens there's other people involved.
Take advantage of him.
Yes. So
And he's a very nice guy, but that's why people take advantage of him.
but you know what? He's all good. And this match right here in front of us is good. And it's good conversation. We had this conversation earlier today.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Sorry to cut you short on that one.
What are we
but,
gonna do? No.
We're going to back
it's
up
all
the
right.
2 ball into the corner pocket and go around and play the 3 in the other corner.
Oh, he held the rock.
You see, nice.
Just like
Nice.
that.
Mm-hmm. Arturo, my fellow teammate. Lucchese teammate.
The Lucchese, the Lucchese family.
Mm-hmm.
4-1. Am I still on top of this?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good.
I'm watching. I'm letting you guys
Beautiful.
talk, but I am watching.
Has to be careful not to get stuck behind the 8 ball.
Mm-hmm.
That's his only obstruction.
Uh-oh.
Watch the 8s growing.
I called it.
Commentator's curse.
No, you see,
He saw the shot.
it's
Yeah, I know. I'm just teasing him. I don't get to tease Alex very much.
oh, to my chagrin.
I don't think you can spin this underneath the 7. I mean, the 8 there.
He can massay it. Feel
Say it to make it.
Massay to make it, exactly.
He-
Well, it will bring the cue ball back up towards the 5-6,
And
but
it will be a natural thing.
I like just playing the long rail first and bumping the 4 and kind of marrying the 4 up with the 8, causing a little trouble, and just let him deal with it. Unless he has the cushion first shot. Looks like he does.
that 4 might be off the rail just ever so slightly. And
Yeah, he
it
had the
was. Yeah,
shot.
yeah.
Arturo Reyes, one of his sponsors is Biljad Luna Azul, which is basically Blue Moon Billiards. It's one of his
In
sponsors.
In
Mexico?
Mexico. Yes, in Mexico.
I remember. He was still at Masters when they started sponsoring him, right?
I believe,
I believe
it was
he
just
was.
before Masters or during
Close.
Masters.
Yeah.
It was
lem-
sometime. I think actually it was towards the end of
have
Masters because
some-
in the beginning he was playing 3 cushion billiards and he wasn't participating so much in the tournaments. But he wasn't playing pocket billiards very much. But he did pick up on the game and started playing it more often and competing, and did pick up that sponsor.
Yeah, I'm looking up the stats now. Yeah, it was just during Masters. Yep.
Think Al had bad chicken today.
Excuse me?
And that was a perfect speed right there. He's
Bad
just
chicken.
he got
Isn't
around.
that salmonella poisoning?
He got around to that 7 nicely and enough for him to just roll this up and get a shot on the 8 without bumping the 9. Well, it appears that he's not going to bump this 9. If he does, he clip it towards the long rail. Like that.
Very nice.
Does Arturo, to you, play better than what he is rated? In your personal opinions? I mean, you guys see him play more than I do. I streamed him a few times.
I think Arturo, I remember he played at some point much better than now.
Really?
He's coming back into his old speed. At some
Sure.
point he was playing very, very strong, like very confident. He played a lot. He practiced a lot.
Yeah, I think, as a matter of fact, I think at the time, I think this past summer, he was working a lot.
Yes, he told me
And
too.
he wasn't playing any tournaments, and he wasn't really getting out to the pool rooms as much. But I
Right.
think
That's what it was then.
sometime in the fall, he started picking up his cue again on a regular basis,
Well, you can tell.
and it shows. Yeah, you're right, and it shows.
So he went into a slump since he started working, and
it was
still
a
tried.
hiatus.
He still tried to play pool, but
Yeah.
his game went down. So his handicap went down, or it remained the same.
Well, I think at this point, I mean, if you're thinking that perhaps he might be underrated, which is what you're saying.
No. My theory behind the whole thing is he was practicing real hard and became a strong player.
Correct.
Then he started working.
Right.
So during the period of working and trying to deal with pool tournaments, which is hard to do because you have to work. I mean, where's your priorities, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. So then he can't practice as much as he used to.
Mm-hmm.
His game starts to drop, right? I mean, sometimes it's a fact. So did his handicap get lowered from that point when he was practicing and then he started working? Did it get lowered and now he's starting to get better again?
No, I don't think they change your handicap down usually. You
Well,
have
what
to
happens if you enter like 20 tournaments? You don't cash. 30 tournaments. You don't get dropped?
Good question. I very seldomly, if any, cashed on Predator. They raised me 3 times.
Wow.
They
3
raised
times.
you 3 times.
Yeah, they
Well,
raised me from C to from D plus to C, from C to C plus, and now I'm a B player, and I haven't cashed in probably in the last 2 years.
Well, I'll tell you what. I was when I was a C plus, and I got raised. I got raised to a B. I played only 3 tournaments as a B and went right up to B plus. Like
Did
I
you cash?
completely
Or
yes, yeah, I did.
I don't even.
I didn't win,
Uh,
but I did cash.
Now, I personally think both of you guys are at your right handicaps.
You think so?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, and I think you got to look, Snooker, and you got to look to be to get better, and the only way you're going to get better is to play the better players, obviously.
Oh yeah. Well.
With stronger games. In other words, I see Annie Flores playing a lot of these local tournaments. Annie Flores with the right sponsor that has some money to invest into her, Annie Flores, and take her around to the WPBA events and strong events like that. I think that's what she needs right now to season her game. And so does Diana Snooki. I mean, that's somebody, you need a break. You need a break.
I
But
mean,
Annie Flores has the talent, and believe me when I tell you, I'm not putting you down, to really go places. But getting back to the original question, the question was he stronger then, and did he get lowered?
no, he was
Okay,
not
so
lowered.
he didn't.
No,
All right,
no,
so
no.
he's been that way since how many years?
Not so many years. I mean, probably the last year and a half, 2 years, maybe.
2 years.
Or yeah, something like that. 2 seasons, really. 2 Predator seasons.
And he cashed?
I do believe he has cash. I don't know how high he placed.
Okay, I'm not doing an investigation. Just I think he does play a little bit better than what I think he's handicapped.
Okay, well
That's,
he might.
that's my
he's,
opinion. Like my
but
opinion on
he's
your
reaching.
handicap.
He's reaching a the top part of his handicap. So should he go up half a ball, he's gonna move up. If he goes up half a ball right now, he's gonna be in the higher bracket.
Okay.
That's what I
only my
feel. That's
personal
what I
opinion.
feel. According to
Tony has all the records and
Oh
everything,
yeah,
so,
absolutely. But according to the way the spots are moved up in this tour,
Right.
and similar tours in the tri-state area, that they kind of all just keep in sync with all. Once one tour raises you, the other one raises you as well. I was raised on another tour, and I hadn't cashed in that one in a long time, but I was raised because I was raised here, and for the Predator. So I mean, like I said, I went from C plus. I played 3 tournaments as a B and went straight to B plus. But the other tour did the same. They raised me, without question, without cashing in that tournament either. So
the tournament directors do correspond with each other.
right. Which I don't have a problem. I have no
Right.
issues about that.
Right. Hey, what's fair is fair.
Yeah. Well, I think
I
like
think it's been fair.
I think once there could be a half a ball to a ball difference sometimes when in a group in a certain level. So I think Arturo was probably reaching the top part of that level, and like I said, should he continue to play better and improve his game, he's gonna be moving into the bottom part of the higher next level, which would be an A.
Okay.
You understand what I mean by
He's
that?
at that peak. He's at
he's
that.
I agree.
peaking. He's peaking.
Okay, cool. There you go.
Battle of the safeties.
And that's always a good thing to watch also.
I love this. I love when people come up with some creative way of kicking the ball. And Arturo has a chance to demonstrate his new system. I'll teach him that. Greg has a very economical stroke.
I agree with
He
you.
doesn't swing too much. Even on big shots, he doesn't swing too much.
Nice shot. A lot of people would have swung around for that.
Yeah, I thought, you see, this is shows my level. I thought he's gonna go three rails to the 7. He just cut it thin inside English.
He's just going to roll this up slightly.
Yeah.
He doesn't need to move it up that much, just like that, and get a nice angle to get back to the 9.
It's a little too
He's
straight.
you can draw this back. Oh, look, he stunned it across.
Yeah. Simplify.
Yeah, Greg's got a good game.
Is he from Long Island, from around here? Because I haven't seen him at
Upstate New York.
Yeah, upstate. Yeah, because he plays a lot of the jazz tournaments, so he hits those up there.
Got it.
I still think he's upstate
Yeah.
New York. I used to go to his home room years ago. That's no longer in existence.
Hippos, right? I heard.
Was that the name of it?
I
The
just
wife
heard-
took it over, and then all of a sudden it closed. Somebody
I
will
don't
know
know
in
the
the
wife.
chat.
I think there was a family member, but they just told me that this past week. As a matter of fact, a guy that I met up there, like.
Not Hippos up by Syracuse, not up that area.
Yes, I heard Hippos closed. I don't know if that's the pool room you're
one-
talking about, but I just heard that this past week Hippos closed.
The one next to Turning Stone?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like 30 minutes from
Yeah,
Turning
yeah, like 25, 30
In
minutes.
the woods.
Yes.
Really?
In the boondocks.
Really?
Yeah, this guy that I met up there.
Was it at Alcante's room, if I'm not mistaken, right? Who
I don't
passed
know.
away?
I think that's but one of his family members took over apparently,
That's a
and now
shame.
now it
Poughkeepsie,
closed.
yeah, that's where he's from, yeah.
Yeah.
That's where the room was, too.
Yeah, Hippos.
Right, the Hippos in Utica. That's
yeah.
correct. That's correct.
And this guy that I met one year that I went out to Turning Stone, he came to Steinway the other day, and our eyes kept meeting. It's like I know this guy, and we end up chatting. And he's like, I was looking at you. He goes, I know this girl. I'm like, I know you too.
Alcante's
uptown.
grandson also works for the
upstate.
Turning Stone. His grandson.
Yeah, so he told me that the Hippos closed just this past week.
What was the name of that room up there in Poughkeepsie? I believe they had a. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think they had a pizza oven in it also. If I'm not mistaken.
Greg's playing pretty solid right now.
You know, I streamed Greg many a times upstate, you know, with the Joss events
Right.
and sharpshooters and Main Street Billiards, now owned by Tim Berlin. And he finally broke the ice on stream when we were up at the Turning Stone.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Greg's had a solid game, and he's got his son involved, and his son is coming up in the rankings too.
Yeah, his son was here Friday when I was setting up.
Mm-hmm.
He came in. Actually lives in Long Beach.
Oh, does he?
Yeah, 5-3 now. That 3-game lead now cut down to 2 as Greg Antonakos puts another one on his side of the board.
I think Greg is picking up speed.
Yeah,
I
he
think
is.
His tempo increased a little from
He's
his...
got a good momentum at the table at the moment, but can't count Arturo out. Arturo got himself a nice momentum. He's just waiting for his opportunity.
It's all about opportunity and outcome. Remember where that's from? Oh no, that's probability and outcome.
Probability and outcome, yeah.
That was in that movie,
Yeah.
Heaven Can Wait.
Yeah. The one with Aerosmith singing in the background.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
You're delusional.
Yeah, I gotta take a quick emergency break, and I'll be right back.
Yes.
Okay.
Nicotine can't
Snooky,
wait.
you got the controls and
I
you got the
gotcha.
chat.
I gotcha.
You can open up the chat. Okay.
All right. He's going to take a quick break. He'll be back. I'm still in the booth with Alex.
With renewed energy. Al has to recharge.
He's just got to stretch his legs, maybe a nature call or something. But he'll be back shortly. So he's left me in control.
We couldn't hear anyway.
All right, Greg just waiting for the player on the other table to make his shot. Just
Angelo, or that's his name, Angelo.
what on the other table?
Shooting, yeah.
I can't tell. Isn't that Nigel?
Nigel.
That was Nigel Francis, wasn't it?
Nigel, yeah.
Yeah.
Safety play.
Mm-hmm. He almost let it leak. But he did get a save.
Yeah.
Fairly easy to kick for Arturo.
I think the pocket is in the way of the one rail kick, yes, I must say.
Like you always spin it off that rail. But the
Then he
nine is
can-
the
he
nine
can
is
hit
an
a
equation.
nine.
Yeah, the nine
Yeah.
is the equation there. Part of the equation, that is.
He can jump in, right? He can jump over the 4 ball.
I believe he could. I think
I
he's
don't
only.
know where
He's,
the 7 is.
that's the only part. Yeah, that's the only
Do you have
problem.
an overhead view? No.
No, we don't. He does have the jump cue out, so he will be jumping over this 4 ball.
Wow, he'll match it.
Man, I don't even know how to match a six. I feel like I feel like I'm getting sick of it. I just got over the flu. No, I just got over the flu like 2 weeks ago, and I feel like I'm getting over the flu.
All right, so he jumped over that nicely. He's
Yeah.
left him really.
So that was a
I mean, the only
better option.
right, it was a better option. Like I said, the 9 was a factor. If he wanted to kick it, he'd have to kick it super early
Right.
on that rail in order to get the spin that he needed. However, jumping was ideal for him. I don't know what's going on here. He's got an issue with the ball. Maybe there's something on the ball. I have no idea what's going on. Or did they take a
Yeah.
player timeout for a
Tony?
second?
Tony, I think they need you on the table.
Okay. Hey, Al, you ever watch a movie The Veterans?
So something's going on. I don't know if they took a player timeout for a second. I'm not sure. I mean, both players, I can see that both players are still around. That's Greg now.
Maybe there's a hair on the ball or something,
I don't know.
or barbecue sauce.
I don't know exactly what the discrepancy is right now, but I'm sure Tony's been called to the table.
You see, I can see it from here.
You can see the hair from there? Okay. Well, Tony's marked the table with the chalk so that they can place it right back to where it was. I don't, oh, maybe there was when Arturo chalked up and jumped that shot, perhaps there was a chip of chalk or something had to be on that on the ball, and he's asked to have it removed.
Predator is working on the new product, the ball mark.
Wow, he missed that shot. Arturo's gonna safe this behind the 4-7.
Where's one gonna go?
One is just gonna. He's gonna
On the
bank.
long rail?
No, he can just clip it.
Okay.
He can clip it, or he can like. It's all he really needs to clip it. He's got to control the cue ball, not really the one ball. He's got to control that cue ball. See, he's gonna. See what I mean?
Not
He's
enough.
gonna go. It's perfect. What do you mean? Told you it's gonna go behind that 4-7.
Oh,
Aha.
yes, I guess. You, of course, listen, you're so much better than me.
No, it's not about that. It's just, you know what it is? It's that I watch these players a lot. These, Arturo plays out of our room.
Right.
He's always there and stuff like that. So we get to watch the players' patterns. I already knew that he was going to play a safe there. And again, when you're playing safe, sometimes you got to control one ball or more than the other.
I agree with you. It's just the angle that I was looking at where he was aiming. I didn't think he was going to spin so much, but he hit it so nice, it spun out perfectly behind the 7. Is he playing safe again?
If he does, he's got to stun the cue ball. That's what he has to do. That one ball will just bank out of control, but that cue ball, if that's what he's trying to do. There goes the bank out of control. Oh, he's tied up to 2.
Okay.
He tied up to 2. That's that's not what his intention was, but at least he tied up that 2. However, if Greg he's got an angle to get around this and play safe himself. Should he get down there? There goes the spin around the table.
He's going to be safe, all right.
Yeah, he's gonna save himself.
It's an easy kick.
I'm surprised he tried to go that way. Instead of coming down between the 8 and 9 to get on the left side of that. Wow, look at this. Kick safe for him.
So what's the next thing?
He's
can
kicking
he
right.
kick it?
Yeah, he can kick it.
He can touch the
He's
other side of 2 ball.
Yeah. He's kicking. He can kick it thin though. Send a 2 over. See how he's thinking about where that and the cue ball is gonna come up. But if he kicks it too thin, he could come scratch on the bottom right corner. So he's going 2 rails. Is that what he's looking at? I think he's looking at 2 rails now.
Or just a 1 rail kick.
I saw him point at the short rail. That's why I said that. But
Well, he's trying to control what's going to happen to the 2 ball
right,
afterwards.
right. Yeah. So now he's looking at 1 rail kick. If he can at this angle.
Right.
If he can clip the right side of the 2, he can duck it behind the 7. Yeah, I think he tried to clip the right side of the 2 so he can get the cue ball around that 7. It's very
That was a lot harder than
right. He
hitting
has to
2
be
ball on the left side and send the cue ball all
down.
the way on here. And nothing he could do with 2 ball anyway because 7 was right next to the rail.
right.
So this was another
Oh.
inning.
Right, but now what he's done is opened up the rack for him.
Yeah, he didn't want to do that.
No, he did not.
Let's see how Greg manages the table after this. Greg still has to catch up. He has 2 points behind. not my favorite
I
position for
really
cue
not.
ball.
No, not at all.
It's too much to ask.
I mean, I think I would straighten this cue ball out and shoot the 2 in that corner,
Exactly, just
and then
stop the cue ball.
and send the 4 straight down to the right bottom corner. He's got
He's-
position for the 5 after that. I mean, so long as he doesn't creep behind that 6 ball, you know. What he's got to do is float the 2 in. That's what I think. Yeah, see what I mean? If he he's tall enough. He could shoot in the top
I
right.
think 2 goes. These are big pockets. He could just
No, the 2 goes into the right where he's standing,
right.
but
Stop the cue ball. Play 4 in the side.
see, he was
Now
afraid to
he's-
get around. He was afraid to get behind that 6 somehow, so that's why he didn't shoot it that way. I would have liked to have floated that 2 into the top right corner and then send the 4 to the bottom right corner the way he is now. Either way, he got the position that he needed
He
for the
figured
5.
it out.
Right.
He's an experienced player.
Absolutely.
He knows what to do.
Pretty good. He overran it just a little, but he's not in bad shape whatsoever. Cue ball comes naturally back towards the 9. And Greg Antonakos closes the gap ever just a little more.
Very nice break.
Yeah, 3 balls on the break. 3 balls on the break, a shot on the 2. What more can you ask for? You can cut this into the top right corner. I'm sorry, top left corner. Hold the rock a little bit for the side pocket for the 3. That's what he's looking at now. Can he hold the rock? That's a steep angle on the 2, but
He can also bump. He doesn't want to bump into 7,
no.
but he will have to.
See, it's perfect. He hit a little inside to hold the rock a little bit. That was perfect. Now he's got a steep angle for the 3 to the 4.
This is
Now
where
he can draw. He's probably going to draw into the 9
the
and
9.
move. Yeah.
He's got to be careful that 9 doesn't get in his way with the 4, though.
Right. See, he pushed it out the way.
Uh-oh.
And that's exactly what happened. Now he can probably play the combination, but he's got to look out that the cue ball doesn't hit the short rail, then the 7 in the opposite corner, and then scratch.
That's
Got to be real careful.
It's a very good possibility.
Ooh. Oh my goodness.
Oh,
He almost clipped that 7 too. Arturo jumps right out of his seat and says, "I'll take it."
Carefully. They're gonna take a break.
is that what they did? They took a break?
They're gonna call Tony
Oh,
to
to watch the shot.
the shot.
See, it's not a combo; it's a carom he's playing.
Well, it looks like a dead carom from here.
Well,
But calling the referee is always good.
Absolutely.
Good to shoot it with a little bit of left with inside.
I think it is a player's timeout. Why would you put the cue stick on the table?
Well, I don't know.
I think he took a break.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. He's going to let Greg simmer right now and stew in what he just did. So I believe it's going to be a player timeout.
I wonder how the game Matt Vergara versus Coca ended in the pro side.
It's Coker that came up on top, I believe.
Well, he's smiling. I can see him from here.
Yeah.
He's all smiles.
Well, Coca practices now a lot more than Matt. Matt is working full time.
Mm-hmm.
So, no time for games. But he still likes to test his skills. Al, you don't have any commercials we can run?
Absolutely. Sure. In fact, we could run this one right here.
Introducing Lucasi Hybrid, a whole new level of performance and technology. A cue with the revolutionary X-Shocks dampening system, eliminating vibration. G5 grip technology for enhanced traction and stability results in maximum cue control. Total sweet spot construction means unmatched power. And the Zero Flex Point ferrule provides dead-on accuracy, giving you the confidence you need in every shot. Lucasi Hybrid, the only cue that matters.
And you know what? Since we're doing that, let's remind everybody, Diana Hoppy, The Road Scholars 2, the final chapter, those DVDs are now available. And go to dianahoppy.com, or you can call her at 843-838-7770.
And one of the characters in that DVD just turned 80.
Yes.
Denny DeLiberto.
Correcto Mundo. Also, we want to remind you, this is a one-day event. $2,200 added, ABCD class event, double points, tri-state, March 7th, one day, $2,200 added. Gotham City Billiard Club coming with it once again. Get there early, I can tell you that much.
All diamond tables.
Yes.
Beautiful room.
Equipment, unbelievable. And then April 11th and 12th, AZB TV will be going to Clifton Billiards. We're going to bring you the second annual New Jersey State One Pocket Championship. Thanks to Vinny and the whole crew out there in Jersey. That's where we'll be. And it looks like we're back in the action. Well, we're getting close.
That's
And,
April 11th, 12th, 2 days event.
2-day event, correct.
Very nice.
I did see one of the players.
Star Wars.
Star Wars.
We have time.
Next weekend, AZB TV and NYC Grind heading up to Snookers in Providence, Rhode Island to bring you the 6th annual Raid the Cell Memorial. And it's going to be combined with the Josh Northeast 9-Ball Tour. $3,000 added total, $2,500 for the main event, and $500 for the second chance tournament. It looks like the action is going to get back here on our live stream table. And there's a carom awaiting to be pocketed. The score right now is 5-4. If Greg Antonakos would have made that 9-ball, would have tied it up at 55, the double nickel. But in this case here, it looks like Arturo Reyes is going to go up a bead because that carom looks like it's dead on. And keep in mind, Greg did give Arturo 3 games on the wire, and we do have him on the scoreboard already. So Arturo won 2 games compared to Greg's 4. So it seems like the handicap system, I stand to be corrected, is pretty accurate at this point, wouldn't you say? They're not going to be able to hear you with your microphone on your head.
Yes, he made it nice and easy. Yeah, I think they're pretty much on the money with the handicapping.
Yeah.
Tony had tons of experience on gauging players,
Right.
so we should expect as such from a tournament of this caliber.
Correct. And let us just sneak this one in here real quick on you. Joe DeVito, also a sponsor on board with Mr. Robles there. If you're looking to purchase any kind of real estate, make sure to check him out, the DeVitoTeam.com.
And if you buy a house, you get a free Predator Q.
Is that right? Yeah. Cool. All right, I got to add that to the graphics.
Yeah, sure.
I would imagine you would.
And he did
Look.
make that carom.
Yes,
Yeah.
and I do
By
have
the
the
way.
score right, by the way. 6-4. Going 8. Four ball, 6 ball. Both of them went into the corner pockets.
And a shot at the 1.
And a
look
nice
at that.
open table, too, by the way.
That's a nice break. He didn't overpower it. Control the cue ball. Beautiful.
Position for the 5 to the 7 is going to be crucial. And then besides that, it should be a run out or a Cosmo, so to say.
Cosmo from Seinfeld, the Cosmo Kramer.
Cosmonaut from Russia.
Oh,
For those of you that don't know the accent of Alex,
they can guess.
take a guess. Thank you, Foxy Blue. All those links that are posted in there, Foxy Blue in the background, please make sure to check out her website, foxyblue52.net. Pay her a visit, say thanks for all you do, send her an email. Frequent her website.
I like to
Keep in
get
touch with us.
closer to the long rail on this shot. Go forward on a 3 a little bit.
Got to get behind this 5-baller plate in the side pocket. This is the crucial position. He's okay.
Yeah,
He's okay. He
it's
can follow
much
this up.
easier to back cut 5 in the side and just roll the cue ball to the 7. Now he has to worry about inside the English stroking the ball.
I think he can actually cheat this side pocket just a little bit.
He
can't
will. He will.
He's got it.
Yeah, but
Even if he rolls up and use the 9 and actually bump the 9 towards the corner pocket, he should be okay. Stopping the cue ball. Well, I guess it's not as cheatable as I thought.
No, I think the ball favors the right side of the pocket right now.
he's gonna roll on it. Perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
He looks
took,
up in the air. He's pleased with that outcome.
Yeah, he took his time, which is appropriate on a tough shot like this,
Mm-hmm.
and get good on the ball, figure out the speed. I like it. And that shows that his game is maturing with time. Because I remember he used to be a much faster player,
Mm-hmm.
and now he's more
Deliberate.
measured.
Measured?
Measured. It's the
Measured.
English word.
Yeah. Carpenters use it a lot.
Measured twice, cut once.
Measured.
Measured.
Matured.
Matured and
There,
measured.
matured. Anyway, Alex, I love you.
Oh, you guys are a trip.
6'4", and Arturo Reyes threatening to go up on the hill here, folks.
I was taking a sip of my drink. I almost spat it out.
Anytime we get together on the mic, it's like
Not only on the mic, we have a good time.
oh,
even when we're
forget
not on
that.
the mic.
That is not translatable. When we're off the mic. I still owe Al a Cuban cigar.
No, you actually did give me a very nice one down in Queens, outside of Stein.
Yeah, I have a couple of good cigars at home, and I completely let it out of my mind.
Yeah, yeah.
Because
yeah,
I am
I've
out
been
of my
promoting that. I
mind.
was coming here for a week already. You know, I seen a picture online, and you can barely make it out. All you see is this wide view of ocean, okay? And there's a little speck in the ocean. Sort of looks like a buoy, you know, bobbing in the ocean. It was Alex swimming out in the ocean. The only thing I could think of was sharks. He had no fear. He was out in the ocean swimming, somewhere off the coast of Puerto Rico, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
Was
I
that
do
Puerto Rico?
I do that in Puerto Rico. I swim.
Yeah.
It's not that far. You can see me, but I like to swim far with like, you know where they go with the
Jet skis?
Jet skis. I go past that.
Yeah.
Well,
I love.
Just beyond the reef, where the sharks hang out.
No, there are no sharks in Puerto Rico.
Oh, really? I guess they swim on land there,
yeah, in the pool rooms.
in the pool rooms.
By the way, there are almost no pool rooms left in Puerto Rico, unfortunately. One really big pool room closed 2 years ago, where they used to make large, like 9-foot table tournaments. It's gone.
Wow.
It was
For those of you that
El
don't know,
Criollo.
it, Alex is Puerto Rican.
Yeah,
could tell
that's
by
the
his
accent.
Yeah, that's the accent. Sure.
Look at this. Do you just kick it and play safe behind the 4-9?
He doesn't need to kick it.
Or bank
He's
it
going to bank it.
and stay behind the 3-7? Or do you just bank the 2 past the 4 between the 4-7 and play the cue ball behind the 4-9? Like
That's
that.
what he's doing.
Just like that.
Does Greg use jump stick?
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
But he plays a lot of Josh tournaments, and they're not allowed jump cue. You have to jump full cue. So if he needed to, he can jump this without it. But he's going to kick this.
Good. One rail.
Yeah, those Josh tours, those are full-length cues. Full-length cue jumps. No jump cues allowed for that tournament.
Well, it's a nice kick.
Very sweet.
That was.
He's gonna try to remain behind the 9-4 after hitting 2, but he also has to kick it hard enough for the 2 to hit the rail.
That was
Perfect.
nicely done. Very nice.
Bravo.
Excellent,
You're right.
excellent shot. You read my mind. Oh, flying cue balls.
Mm-hmm. Or a white mouse.
Tailless.
Tailless, Mike.
Tailless mouse. No head, just the
Just
body.
the body. All right, yeah, nice kick on this too.
I have a joke that goes with that, but I can't say it on the air.
Okay, later.
I'll tell you. Just remind me, okay?
Okay.
Will do.
I
You
can't
know,
imagine
Greg
what
left
it's.
the shot on this 2 ball, but such a straight-in shot. You're going to have to accept the long shot on the 3 ball if I was Arturo. It looks like it's very straight here. I don't know if he
Yeah.
can spin out 3 rails out of this.
I don't think so either. I think he's just gonna pop it and accept
yeah,
the long shot.
accept the long shot. That's the shot.
The draw.
No, but Doro just that's
Yeah.
nice,
Wow.
nice, very nice.
It's a jump draw.
Mine is a skip draw.
Skip draw.
Yeah, I can't.
Well, skip
I'm just-
draw, it goes forward. This one goes backwards.
Mine usually goes in one of the pockets, and that's it. Mine scratch.
He hit it just perfectly. It's a nice follow-up shot after a nice save.
Mm-hmm. Arturo taking his time. He saw the capabilities of Greg Antonakos to
Now he just
come
needs
within this
to
game
run
now,
out.
and it's
Key shot, 6 to the 7 ball. Key shot here.
yeah,
So
absolutely.
he's going to have to get good position on the 6 ball. The 3 rail, the inside 3 rails look like a good shot for it.
Oh
You
no!
got to make the
Gotta make
4.
the four. Look, and oh my God, that was some tricky position that he went for right there.
See, he didn't want to accept leave the cue ball on the middle of the table and play the shot that Al recommended.
Yeah, that's a short window he just played right there.
Yeah, absolutely.
It was a very tough shot.
Greg's got to watch the speed. You can overrun this.
No, he undercut it though. He overcut it. I'm sorry, overcut it.
This is the second time he missed a cut like this, overcut it to the long rail.
Now Arturo's got to hit
Interesting.
this with the little speed because he doesn't want to fall short. Now, if he goes, he's got to, of course, rail first here, this 4 ball, and he's got to swing around right. See exactly where he's pointing at to get anywhere. Because pretty much anywhere he stops, he's got position for that 6. So long as he doesn't stop short, of course, behind the 8 somewhere. So he's got to hit it with a little speed and get anywhere in the middle of the table. Even if he goes past it, he's still got that 3-way shot. I mean, 3-rail shot. I mean, he can
We're
see.
gonna go 2 rails, ball first, no?
No, just like that.
Like that.
See,
don't-
anywhere he stops.
See,
I mean, surely, of course, he doesn't want to
Now
be on the
it's a-
rail like this. But
now it's a very tough shot.
no, yeah.
To go.
But
I
he's
like the way it looked. I thought he was gonna hit the ball, catch the right rail first, go into the second rail and come out between 7 and 9.
But that's tricky because
But-
he can get behind the 9. You know what I mean? And if he goes long, he can end up somewhere behind the 8. So I mean, ideally, the rail for the shot that he decided to take was not the wrong shot. He just overdid it.
He's got to be careful he doesn't play with this 8 ball. If he hits the 8 ball square enough, he can go in the side pocket with the cue. He might even get behind the 8. He's got to be real careful and watch your speed. If he's playing these inside 3 rails, he's got to watch his speed here.
No, he has to play
I
possession
think he's
for
just-
long shot.
Yeah,
for
I was
7.
gonna
Oh,
say.
okay,
I
he's
just
just
think he's
throwing
just
out.
gonna draw it out. Yeah.
That's it. Perfect. Now he can do it.
Gonna have to accept it.
He's well. What else can he do at this point?
High ball, no English. Just make the ball. Don't try to do anything fancy.
Right. It's just product placement right now. 7 in the corner placement.
Talking about 7, Arturo Reyes has 7. He's on the hill. And there's that 3-game spot right there in front of you by a score of 7-4. And Greg was on the verge of tying it up at one point.
Perfect.
He doesn't like it. But
He
What's
can
not to like
draw.
it?
He,
He
just
doesn't like it.
draw
I know Arturo,
into
he
the
doesn't- he
short
do-
rail.
I know Arturo, he does not like it.
Nothing wrong with the shot.
Shot like this came up in my game today. Jack up, draw into the short
No
rail.
draw. This is follow. He's got to
No,
clip it.
he's
He's got to
gonna
hit the
do
long
it.
run. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
got to draw it.
Yeah.
He's in trouble. That's perfect. That's perfect. And there you have it, folks.
Arturo Reyes for the win when Greg Antonakos was about to tie it up at a nickel apiece. I want to thank Alex, a Bucklecuff, and Snooky for sitting in on this one.
It sounded like a Lebanese dish.
A Bucklecuff. Guys, we'll be right back with another match. Thanks for hanging
You're
in there.
welcome.
Thank you, Alex. Thanks, Snooker.
Thanks, Ed.